And welcome back to my next video. Today we're going to do another review of another Bluetti power station. And I can probably hear you out there right now, Bob, you've talked about power stations enough. Well, they're important. I know there are a lot of you that this is the only practical way for you to get power. Finally, it's been a long time, the industry is making some advances. They're giving us significant better improvements over power stations. You know, for a long time, the Jackery 500 has been the standard, and then you had the big ones, the thousands, 1200s, 2400s. And so but things have moved on, and now those are, because Jackery in particular, which is kind of the industry standard, has not kept up, it's being left behind. So Bluetti just sent me a new one, and Bluetti is kind of at the cutting edge right now. It's almost like they're listening to me and they're saying, well, if that's what you need, then that's what we'll give you, because this latest Bluetti kind of meets all the needs that I think you have when you go to buy a power station. Now, before I say anything else, if you already have a Jackery, don't rush out and get rid of it and buy a new one. Your Jackery is a great unit. They make great products, very high quality. They'll last you a long time. Really good products. Don't just go out and get rid of it because to get the latest and greatest thing. That's a bad idea. You've got a good one. If it's meeting your needs, keep it. I'm only talking to people who have a need for a power station right now and are about ready to buy one. If you're about ready to buy a power station, this Bluetti EB70 is the one I think you should buy. Right now, I don't think for a mid-sized power station, this is the one you should buy. Again, don't go out and sell one. Don't just buy one because it's the latest and greatest. Money in your pocket is the most important thing for a nomad. Keep your money in your pocket as long as you possibly can. That's my number one advice to you. My number two advice to you is buy a kit from Amazon and install it yourself. You're going to be better off in every way. So go and buy a Renogy 100 or 200 watt kit and install that. Or if you can't install it, pay someone to install it. It's better. It's better than buying one of these. However, I know a lot of you can't install it. You don't have the money to pay someone to install it. I know a lot of you can't and won't do that. It's not practical for you. You have to buy a power station. And if you have to buy a power station, this is the one to buy as of right now, if it's big enough. So what makes this special? Let's do an unboxing and find out. It builds on their, I think it's AC50S. I think that's their current middle sized, which is an excellent unit. I recommend it. I recommended it over the Jackery. This is taking off from there and building on that and answering a lot of my objections to that one. Some things I didn't like about it, they've answered, and now that problem is solved. So, standard stuff, manual, cords and cables. The cords and cables are all good from what I've seen. Let me say this is a brand new unit. Amazon doesn't have it yet. If you go to Amazon, you will not find it. They are selling it right now on their website, on Bluetti, and they've changed their website. So I'll put the website below us here, and they've changed it. So you need to go to this one to find this. If you go to the old one, it won't show up. This one they sent me is red. I had no control over it, but this one is a red one, and I think it's beautiful. So what makes this one so special? Why am I recommending this one over any other right now? First, again, LifePo 4. 2,500 cycles. Fantastic. You want to buy LifePo 4. They're all safe, but LifePo 4 is the safest. More cycles, safer, superior in every way. So if you can, this is the one to buy for the LifePo 4. But in a lot of ways, it's left the others way behind. First, right here on top, it's got wireless charging. You just set your phone on here and it comes on and it charges. Well, that's fantastic. Why? This is just so fantastic. I think the wireless charging, if you have a modern phone at all, it'll do wireless charging, and that's really a good thing. The next thing that makes this one special is it is 716 watt hours of power. That bridges the gap between the medium-sized ones at 400 or 500 and the big ones from 1,000 to 1,200. And so this one, maybe this one will work for you, whereas the 500 wouldn't, and the 1,000 is so expensive that you can't afford to buy the big 1,000 units, and they're so enormous. They're really big. I don't have a 1,000 here to show you, but they're enormous. This is still very small. You could fit this in your van, a minivan, a car, an SUV very easily. So you get more watt hours. You get LiFePO4 in the chemistry, and it's still in a very small package. That's fantastic. All these things, to my mind, I love the red. I'd buy it just almost for the red. But it's really a good deal. Now, let's talk about price real quick, because that's the thing else that makes it really stand out. This is going to be a $599 retail price, $600. And you say, Bob, that's a lot, but it's 716 watt hours. So let's think about the price. Yes, this is $100 more at regular retail. Regular retail on the Jackery is $500. Regular retail on this is $600. But let's talk about the Jackery. How much per watt hour does it cost? That's the important thing to understand. This is bigger and better. So the Jackery is 500 watt hours and it costs $500. That's $1 a watt hour. You pay $1 for a Jackery and you get 1 watt hour of power. So this is 716 watt hours and it's $600 at full retail. That works out to 84 cents a watt hour. This is substantially cheaper than the Jackery at regular price. Now they both go on sale pretty often. Right now, in the month of May in 2021, and I don't know, they're not saying it's going to last longer. They're saying it will end May 31st. In the month of May, this unit is $499, $500. The exact same price, retail price as the Jackery, but you're getting LiFePO4, you're getting the wireless charging, and you're getting 216 watt hours more. It's a fantastic deal. Right now, if you're in the market, if you have the money set aside, now is the time to buy one of these power stations. Who knows, maybe they'll be on sale again. They always come up on sale. But right now, it's an incredible deal. It's $100 off as an introduction to the unit. And I don't think you're going to do better. Now, that's not all the main advantages it has. It also has another advantage that I think is really important. We all are using USB devices now. And so the more connected a device is, a power station is by USB, the better. The best way to connect to a lot of things is through a PD USB slot. PD stands for power delivery. So if you own a MacBook or a Microsoft Surface, they charge, and many more current laptops are charging off of PD, power delivery. This has 2 power delivery ports, and they will both do 100 watts. That means that you could plug in a Mac and a Microsoft Surface to both of these and charge them both at the same time. That's amazing. That's going to save you from using your 110 outlet that you have to use on a MacBook now or on most of the Microsoft Surfaces. So that's a big plus. One of the few weaknesses with Bluetti in the past is their inverters tended to be small. This one has a 700 watt pure sine inverter. 700 watt is what most of you need. You're not going to run big items. You're not going to run a microwave off this. 700 watt will run everything that you really need to run. And it comes with 4 plugs. You can run 4 smaller items at once. They can only total 700. If they go over 700, then something's not going to work. If you need more, then you're looking at one of the 1000s because they're going to have the bigger inverters. And if you want to run a microwave or a coffee pot or something, you're going to make the step up to the next bigger unit, and you're going to make an enormous step up in price. You're looking at usually into the $1,000, a lot more money for a whole lot more unit and a much bigger physical unit as well. Of course, this has the standard charging. You can charge it off of a 110 wall outlet if you have one, and they've increased the speed. They're now saying that it will charge to full off of a 110 wall outlet in about 4 hours. And that's a big improvement. It's still fairly slow off of 12 volt. That's just because 12 volt cigarette lighter plug will only deliver so much power in so much time. And so that is still like 7 hours. It's still pretty long. You're going to have to drive a long ways if you're going to charge this off of your car while you're driving. But that's true of all of them. None of them have increased the speed of the 12 volt charging. The problem is the unit, the wires, they just can't deliver enough power to really charge these fast. That's not no unit, I don't think, will ever break that problem. Well, let's real quick go through the connectors and the cables that came with it so you'll have an understanding of what you need. If you buy this, are you going to be able to connect it to a solar panel that you already have? Will it come with all the cables you need? That's an important question. So let's take a quick look. First, here is the powered brick to charge it with. It's bigger than most. It's actually pretty large. They are saying they're charging faster, which is a really good thing. They're saying that you can do 110 charging in about 3 or 4 hours, which is very fast. Mostly up till now, they've been in the ballpark of 7, 8, 9 hours to charge this off the wall. But now we're in the range of 3 and 4. They have a faster charger is what the bottom line is, and therefore it needs a little bigger brick. So it comes with a little bit bigger brick. That's good. But this is the all-important thing that you want. You want an MC4 connector that will connect any MC4 to the Bluetti. And that's really important because it's easy to find a solar panel with an MC4 connector. You just connect this to your MC4 and you plug it in and you're charging. It's really important that you don't ever buy any power station without an MC4 adapter to the power station. And so, of course, this one does. So in every way, this is the superior unit. This is the unit to buy. They've been around long enough. They've established themselves with a good reputation. The Max Oak is their really big brand and their big line of power stations. They have gotten just a great reputation on the market. This is a good company. And it's a fantastic deal. Right now, this blows everything else out of the water. If you have $500 and you want the best power station you can buy, other than the next step up into the 1,000, 1,200s, and they're a lot more money, this is the one to buy. In the month of May, go to their website. I'll have a link in the description below. I'll have it on the screen here now. Go to their website. You can only buy it from them. In May. You can't get it on Amazon yet, not until June. They're saying it'll come out on Amazon in June, June of 2021. And so this is the one to buy. I'll do some more testing with it. I just unboxed it. You saw me. I haven't used it at all. I can't really tell you anything about it except to say that the specs on this blow everything else out of the water. This is the unit to buy. I'll do some testing with it and get back with another video here pretty quick. Okay, I hope you got something out of this. Again, the most important thing is don't waste your money upgrading. If your Jackery is doing good, if any other power unit you have is doing you good, stick with it. Don't upgrade just because this is better. If it's working for you, keep your money in your pocket. Rule number 1, money in your pocket is king for a nomad because an emergency is coming up and it's going to deplete your emergency fund, and money in your pocket in your emergency fund is so critically important. But if you're in the market for a new power station and you can afford to spend $500, this Bluetti EB70 is without any question the best one to buy right now. I'll do some testing and get back to you, but I wanted to get this video out right away so you can take advantage of the $100 off in the month of May 2021. All right, if you got anything out of this video, and I hope you did, like us on YouTube, subscribe to the channel, hit that thumbs up button,